Have you ever wondered who is the man behind the notorious Bloodhound Brims gang? A formidable name that echoes in the dark alleys and back streets, the Bloodhound Brims, carry a legacy shrouded in mystery. The enigma deepens as we try to uncover the identity of the founder, a man who managed to create an empire in the underworld. His name? Latique Johnson. Well, wonder no more. Let's delve into the life of Latique Johnson, the man who founded the Bloodhound Brims. Latique Johnson wasn't always a feared gang leader. He was once just a young boy, born and raised in the heart of New York City. His childhood was marked by hardship and struggle, a common narrative for many who find themselves drawn to the allure of gang life. From a young age, Johnson was exposed to the harsh realities of his environment. Life in the city was tough, and survival often meant aligning oneself with the right people. It was during these formative years that Johnson found himself drawn to the fraternity and perceived protection that gang life promised. Johnson's involvement in gang activities began in his teenage years. He started as a foot soldier, carrying out orders for his superiors. His intelligence, charisma, and knack for strategy, however, quickly set him apart from his peers. Johnson had a vision, a desire for power and control that exceeded beyond what his current gang could offer. This ambition led to his rise within the gang ranks. Johnson was not content with just being a member. He wanted to lead. His audacious spirit and strategic mind propelled him up the ranks. He was soon respected, then feared. But even that was not enough for Johnson. His desire for power and control led him to a decision that would forever change the landscape of gang culture in New York. Johnson, with a select group of loyal followers, broke away from their original gang and founded their own. They called themselves the Bloodhound Brims. The Bloodhound Brims were more than just a gang. They were a symbol of defiance, a testament to Johnson's ambition and desire for power. With Johnson at the helm, they quickly rose to prominence, instilling fear and respect in equal measure among New York's underworld. And thus, the Bloodhound Brims were born, with Johnson at its helm. With Johnson in charge, the Bloodhound Brims quickly gained notoriety. The group became infamous for their audacious activities, leaving a trail of crimes that ranged from drug trafficking to violent acts. Johnson's leadership saw the Brims evolve into a formidable force, one that law enforcement struggled to contain. The Bloodhound Brims were more than a mere gang. They were a symbol of rebellion, a stark representation of the underbelly of society that most choose to ignore. Their activities, though illegal, were seen by some as a desperate cry for help from marginalized communities. Yet their increasing audacity also led to a heightened scrutiny from law enforcement. The public perception was a mixed bag. While some saw them as neighborhood Robin Hoods, others viewed them as a menace that needed to be eradicated. Johnson's reign over the Bloodhound Brims was a time of chaos and controversy, a period marked by defiance against the system and a blatant disregard for the law. But as they say, what goes up must come down. In 2016, Johnson's reign came to a screeching halt. Authorities arrested him on a myriad of charges, ranging from racketeering to attempted murder. The charges stemmed from his leadership role in the Bloodhound Brims, a notorious gang that had spread fear and violence throughout the city for years. Johnson's trial was a spectacle that gripped the nation. The prosecution presented evidence of his involvement in numerous violent crimes, painting a chilling portrait of a man who ruled with an iron fist. The defense fought back, arguing that Johnson was a product of his environment, a man trapped in a cycle of violence and oppression. Despite the defense's best efforts, the jury found Johnson guilty. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. His reign of terror had ended, and the streets breathed a sigh of relief. Yet, his influence remained. His name echoed in the lyrics of Brim Rappers, and his story was immortalized in the annals of true crime. Johnson's reign had ended, but his legacy lived on. Johnson's influence extended beyond the streets and into the world of music. His life and the Bloodhound Brims left an indelible imprint on a number of rappers. These artists, often referred to as the Brim Rappers, wove elements of their gang affiliations into their lyrics, beats, and overall artistic personas. Their music, raw and unfiltered, serves as a window into their world. It echoes with the struggles, triumphs, and daily realities of life within the gang. Through their music, Johnson's legacy continues to resonate. The story of Latique Johnson is a tale of rise and fall. From humble beginnings, Johnson rose to notoriety as the founder of the Bloodhound Brims. His power, however, was short-lived, leading to his subsequent incarceration. Despite his downfall, the legacy of the Bloodhound Brims endures, particularly in the music industry where several Brim rappers have gained fame. As we look at the Bloodhound Brims today, we see the lasting impact of Latique Johnson, a man whose influence extended beyond the streets and into the world of music.